I want to talk about the idea of an unlock versus innovation. This is a concept I heard while recently listening to a podcast by Scott Galloway. He's a great podcast that I highly recommend. Kind of titles it The Algebra of Happiness. Some really great guests on there, great business guests there. And he brought up this idea of an unlock versus innovation. And I think as we think about innovation, sometimes we think about these broad, grand ideas that take a lot of time, a lot of creativity, maybe a lot of IT work and project development to do, and can be overwhelming and hard to implement. When we talk about an unlock, I think it's much smaller than that we look at as far as an organization, say a system or a process, and we look at how has that evolved over time, and where's the friction? I've talked about this before. Where's the friction reside in that? So as we've grown and scaled as a company, we have a number of processes that were built and then had an addendum on, then another one, then another one, and another layer. And pretty soon you look back and go, this is really cumbersome. There's a lot of people that are touching this. There's too many approvals. Maybe it's not even the right people anymore who are touching it. And it gets really bogged down and hinders you from moving as fast and efficiently as you want to go. And so I've really been talking with my team about this concept and challenging them to look within their departments and their processes to find the unlocks. Simple, oftentimes, most of the time, manual adjustments that you can make. Just by doing this already, in certain areas, we've reduced a number of POs that are cut from like 4,000 down to less than a few hundred, right? A big unlock around work that needs to be done. We've done this in other areas as well, around contract approval and other areas where we just say, do we have too many people touching it, not the right people? Do we need to empower some people to make decisions? Maybe we're not empowering people enough to make decisions. And these can really help you move, again, faster and more efficiently. And it's employee engagement and speeds everything up and creates opportunities and allows people to show what they can do. And so I love this idea. He even talked about it in your personal life. What are the things that you're doing in your personal life that need unlocked? Where are you spending time and energy and resources that just don't give you joy anymore, don't add value anymore, don't help you anymore, and just kind of in the way? And maybe it's just things, a lot of times it's just things you've always done because you've always done it that way. So as we begin 2022 and we get into it here, I'd say let's look at that both in our organizations and in our personal life. Where are the unlocks that can really free up our time, our money, our resources, and our energy, and focus it in those right areas that give back to us instead of take away? Go get the unlocks.